e-cigs. I don't promote the use of tobacco or nicotine, but yeah, they're good for if you're trying to quit smoking. Alright, the story about... I don't know, man. That was like the weird period of my life. Alright. Picture this. My brother, right? My brother, his name is Albert, right? He was, hang on, and I'm just gonna draw me as well, and then my little brother. We grew up in the hood, right? We have another older brother, right? We have an older brother, but he was more like, I'm gonna be a good guy. I don't want to deal with you guys. So he was really isolated from us. Like, he didn't really care too much about what we were doing. He wanted to live his own life. So there, he's gone, right? My older brother was involved with all the cholos and gangbangers and all that shit, right? Them gangsters, right? So, you know, basically, right? So naturally I grew up with my older brother and then my little brother as well. Like, we all like kind of grew up together, so we would always hang out with his like group of friends, right? And they were all like, hey, what's up, S.A.? What you doing, S.A.? And then they're like, oh, nothing, S.A. We just chilling and drinking some beers, S.A. And they're like, oh, okay, S.A. That's good, S.A. So I'm gonna draw a bunch of essays, right? With their doggers and shit, with their fucking 40s and their blunts and shit. So I would hang out with them, right? Cause like, why not? The reason why I hanged out with them so much was because they would get into scraps and shit. They'd be like, hey, S.A., I don't like the way you be looking at me, S.A. I'm gonna fuck you up, S.A. So they would be fighting everybody, basically. They'd be fighting with, you know, the white boys, the black people, the fucking other cholos and shit like that. Or just anybody trying to start shit with them, right? So I would be there like, this is funny, man. I like this shit. I would even get involved with them a few times. So alright, you times that by like around 4 years or 3 years. I don't know how long I hanged out with them. But alright. At first it was just fighting, you know. I was cool with that, you know. I was like, this is action in life, this is adrenaline pumping. I mean, you fuck somebody up and you send your ass running away, right, from the police. Cause you're like, yeah, action. And then you're like, the police is here, run! And then you run away, right? You know, it's all adrenaline. You're like, that was funny, right? Yeah, we fucked that guy up and then we just ran away. Yeah, that shit was good, man. You know? So, cause alright, the cops back in the day, you know, the police, let me just drop police, man. They would just basically say, cause if you weren't 18, they would just basically tell you, don't do it again. Basically. They would say, don't do it again. And then you would go on your way saying, okay, sure, why not? And then you would just go back to doing this. Backyard brawling, whatever you want to call it. So, the problem that I had with it was, alright, they went from street fighting, which was cool with me. I was alright with that, right? Street fighting with their fists. Then they brought knives into the picture, and that's when I was like, I don't really feel like throwing my life away, you know? So when they'd say, hey, S.A., we're gonna have a knife fight today, S.A., you wanna come along? And I'd be like, nah, let me draw my penises on the computer, basically. And they'd be like, okay, that's cool, S.A. Dude, these guys would fucking steal laptops and give it to me, so that way I could work on my bullshit on the internet. They understood what I was doing. And they actually helped me, you know, be what I am today. So like the essays and the cholos and shit, they actually helped me with, you know what I mean? Be like, hey, essay, I stole this fucking laptop for you, eh? I'm like, okay, dude, thank you. All right, so they brought knives into the picture, and then they brought later on they just brought They brought guns into the picture, and then they started bringing drugs and shit, like the hardcore drugs, like crystal meth and shit like that. So I was like, nah, fuck that, I'm done. You know what I mean? That was when I was like, I'm done. You guys can go kill each other and whatnot. So this one time I was hanging out with them, right? Just like at the movie theaters, whatever. You know, all the essays and shit, you know, we were just chilling and whatnot. They were alright with me because they knew that I would, you know, do shit with them. I wasn't like a little coward or whatever you want to call it. Like, hey, we're gonna go beat up these guy who stole shit from me. You wanna come? Sure, I'll be there for backup. Why not? Hey, we're gonna go rob these house. Wait, you wanna come? Sure, why not? I don't care. You know, I just didn't really care because, like, how I mentioned how the cops were with us, it didn't really, you didn't have any repercussions, you know what I mean? You want to go do a snatch and run with us? Sure, let's go do a snatch and run, you know, like, that was just how it was. So eventually we were all hanging out, right? Everybody's hanging out, and this guy just fucking comes up in a car, right? Apparently somebody, I think my brother had beef with somebody, and they're like, fuck you essays and shit like that, and then they started unloading on everybody. They were really poor shots, man. Terrible poor shot. We had around 12 people, right, with us and shit like that. And they come up, shooting to kill and whatnot. They hit no one. They hit absolutely fucking no one, and we just see bullet holes scattered on the wall. And it happened so quick that, like, it was just one of those, like, you're just standing around and then, fuck you, putos. And you're just like, you know, you're just like, did that just really fucking happen? And, you know, they're already gone. Before you could even, like, digest what happened, it was just like, you know, it's just like, like Pulp Fiction, you know, where you're just like, everything's still there, you know, like, and then you look at your friends and then you're just like, they're all still there too. No, you guys fucking suck, you know? Alright, so that's basically what happened, and then that was my moment of like, it ain't worth it no more. I like you guys are cool and all that shit, but I'm gonna, you know, like, I'm good now, you know. I had my fun with the group, you know, we had our good times beating people up and shit like that, mugging people and whatnot, but, you know, whatnot, it had to come to an end, so... That was the end of Thug Life for Gonzo. Good times, good times, good times. Yeah.